Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Cash Flow with JVH. Today we're going to focus on credit cards and how you can get the most value out of them, have the credit card companies start paying you for things, and how you can start reducing your debt even faster with cash back. As always, if you like this video, please give us a good thumbs up. Add any comments below or any questions you may have that you want any clarification on. And if you could, please subscribe to our channel, share out the channel, get everybody that you know to subscribe to the channel as well. You can check out our links for helping support the channel in the description below. You can join Robinhood and get a free share of stock, as well as give us a free share of stock. And as always, we provide our Venmo account below too to get support for the channel, as well as our Discord group. Okay, so today we're going to talk about credit cards and how to get the most value out of them, and understanding how you can best utilize them, especially in times like today where, maybe you don't have a job, maybe your hours were reduced, right? A lot of people are struggling out there to understand, how they can pay off some of their debt. They're racking up the credit cards because they just have no other options. So one of the items that I would suggest is, if you do have any questions about income versus expenses, how best to manage your monthly bills, things of that nature, I would highly recommend my previous video that talks about getting, savings gradually over time, understanding the difference between income and expenses, and I'll provide the link up top here for you guys to reference as well. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about managing your credit cards, understanding how to get the most value out of them. So the first thing I would suggest is finding yourself a credit card that offers cash back, right? Having credit cards that offer, mileage, plane travel, benefits, things like that. That's great if you are doing a lot of traveling, but let's face it, in today's economy and today's, scenario, no one's doing a whole lot of traveling. So I would highly recommend finding a credit card that gives cash back. You can find so many available online. Actually, one of the things that I would suggest is taking a look at comparecards.com. This gives you a wide range of all the different types of credit cards, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, all of the different credit card companies out there, what different programs they have, what different cards they offer, right? And, just as an example here, that I've got the Chase Freedom Unlimited card up. And what this is really going to do is this is showing you all of the different bonuses and the different programs that they offer. So for example, you can take advantage of the Chase Freedom Unlimited, where you get 0% APR, 0% interest APR on the first 15 months of purchases. That is great. You also earn an extra $200 bonus after you spend $500 of purchases in the first 3 months. Right, so you've got a lot of different options. I also highly recommend looking for credit cards that have $0 annual fee. You don't want to be paying the credit card companies more money than you have to. You also want to try to find cards that offer different tiers of cash back, right? So maybe they give you 5% on groceries and gas purchases, 3% on specific purchases made at specific stores like a Target or a Walmart or what have you, and then 1 to 1.5% on all the other purchases, right? So you want to find one that's geared as closely to your spending habits as possible. If you go out to restaurants a lot, not that anybody's eating out a whole lot right now, but if you do go to restaurants a lot, maybe find one that offers a higher percentage on, restaurants than the other retail stores, right? If you go grocery shopping, which I'm sure most of you do, right? Let's say, for example, you spend $1,000 every single month on groceries, right? So one of the things that you can actually do is you can use that to your advantage. So if the credit card company is offering you a 5% cash back on grocery purchases. Now, got to check the fine print. Sometimes they won't, if you do all your grocery shopping at like Target or Walmart, they don't give you the 5% on those groceries because they don't, because you can obviously get more things than just groceries there. But if you shop at like a Giant or an Acme or whatever grocery store you shop at, and they're going to give you 5% on the money that you spend, use that to your advantage. So this is a great example. Let's just say you spend $1,000 every single month on groceries. You know that that is your fixed budget for groceries. And if you don't have a fixed budget for groceries, I highly recommend you get a fixed budget for your groceries. It will make, the monthly bills and spending a lot easier to manage. Again, check out that video that I mentioned earlier, income versus expenses. It talks about how to put as many of your fixed expenses or variable expenses as a fixed expense so that you can better budget and manage those expenses. But getting back to our example, right? So let's just say you get a credit card that offers you 5% back on groceries, right? So 5% back on your groceries every single month would be $50 on the $1,000 that you're already going to spend on groceries, right? So what you could actually do is you could take that $50 and add it to next month's groceries, and now you have a total of $1,050 for the following month because you're going to get that cash back. Now, you could get that cash back, and some credit cards allow you to deposit that right into your bank account where you could start earning interest, or perhaps you could get the cash back and apply it to your credit card balance, right? So if you spend $1,000 one month and you get $50 cash back and you apply it to your balance on your credit card, you've now only spent $950 for the month for groceries, and you have an extra $50 to do what you will. Maybe add it to your savings account, start saving up for a vacation when we're allowed to travel again, right? Or in the first example that I gave you where you get an extra $50 applied to the next month's groceries, use that $50 to start stocking up on some things that you could stock up, paper supplies that you usually go in and out of every single month, or start stocking up on that deep freezer that you have, right? Buy 3-4 packs of steaks, buy a few different pounds of ground meat, start stocking up on things. Use that $50 to take advantage of items that are on sale at the food store, right? So all of these different things to really start understanding how you can best apply the free money that credit card company is going to give you, right? You've already spent the $1,000. You know you're going to spend the $1,000. It's already part of your monthly budget for groceries. Have the credit card companies give you free money for buying groceries for your family. Another suggestion I would recommend is trying to find not only a credit card that offers you the cash back and has $0 annual fee, but I would also recommend trying to find one that allows you to have 0% balance on balance transfers, right? So maybe you have a credit card now, you're putting a lot of your stuff on there, and maybe you've gotten your job back, maybe you've gotten unemployment and you're trying to start paying that off, get out of debt as quickly as possible, right? So you're not losing money on the interest that you're paying on those purchases with the credit card. I would recommend finding a credit card that gives you 0% on balance transfers. Now again, always look into the details. Maybe it's 0% for the first 6 months on that balance transfer. Maybe it's 0% for 12 months, but there's a limit on how much you could transfer. Really understand what the terms and conditions are of that balance transfer. But again, try to find one that's 0% because you don't want to start paying additional money to the credit card company. The whole idea here is to take advantage of all the programs that they're offering without spending more money than you have to. So let's take that as an example. But we're going to take a look at two cards. We'll use card 1 as the current card that you have, and card 2 as the card that you're looking to get with the additional cash back, the $0 annual fee, and the 0% balance transfers. So let's just say on card 1, you have a balance of $10,000, right? You owe $10,000 on this credit card. And instead of continuing to pay the interest that you're going to be accruing every single month, and that could be as high as 27-30% sometimes on certain cards, right? So even if it's 10%, that's an extra $100 in interest that you're going to be charged on this card every single month. That is obnoxious. You do not want to keep paying that interest. So let's try to find you a card that again has a few different things. $0 annual fee, 0% balance transfer, and offers you cash back. Now, in this example, let's take the $10,000 and let's assume that you find that credit card number 2 that has the $0 annual fee, 0% balance transfer, and it gives you the cash back, right? Let's just say they allow you to transfer that $10,000. Now you've put the $10,000 from card 1 into card 2. And again, let's just assume you had 10% interest that you're going to start accruing on card one. So you're automatically now saving yourself $100 every single month by removing the $10,000 from card one and putting it onto card two. Now, by putting it onto card two, you have 0% balance transfer. So it did not cost you anything. Now, maybe there's a slight fee, right? Maybe they charge you $10, $20, $25, $30 to actually do the balance transfer. That's okay. So let's just assume they charge you $50. That's still half as much as it would have cost you an entire month of interest on card number one. So now you have $10,000, $10,050 debt on card number two. All right. As you start to make purchases that we had talked about, remember, you can utilize your credit card to pay bills, which you should already be budgeting, right? So if, let's just say you have a few bills here. Let's say electric, and we'll say that's $200 a month. And then we have maybe gas, and that's $50 a month. Mobile phone, that's $200 a month. Internet is another $100 a month. All right, so right there, that's $550 every single month of expenses that you should be budgeting anyway. You should already have the cash set aside for these bills. That's step number one. Step number two is paying these bills with that card number two, so that now you're going to get the 1 to 5% depending on what the exact amount is, or whatever the percentage is based on these examples, okay? And then we'll also do, so let's just say we get 1% back on these, and then we'll do food for $1,000 a month, and we get 5% back on food, okay? So 1% of the $5.50, and then 5% on the food is $50. All right. So now, just off of 1 month, instead of accruing an extra $100 in interest, you have now reduced your $10,050 debt to $9,994.50 by using the money the credit card company is giving you. This is not your money. You're already spending the amount that you would have spent each month on these bills and your food. And then the credit card company is giving you cash back. It's free money that you're applying to pay off the debt from card number one. And if you just keep doing that, keep using your credit card to pay the bills that you're already budgeting cash for, have the credit card company keep paying you to help. They're going to help now pay down your debt from the previous card. So let's go ahead and summarize, right? So what we want to do is we want to start having the credit card company give us cash back on this new card that we're going to apply for, right? So we want to have cash back. Number two, $0 annual fee. You do not want to be paying for the right to have a credit card when other credit card companies will give you a credit card with $0 annual fee. Number three, if you do have credit card debt from another credit card or multiple credit cards, you want to make sure that the new credit card, if you're going to transfer those balances over, you want to make sure that that credit card has 0% balance transfer. And again, make sure you check the details of what the terms and conditions of that balance transfer are. And then number four, you want to make sure that the cash back that you're going to get is kind of tailored to you. Now, of course, credit card company is not going to make, the cash back categories specific to you, but you want to try to find one that's specific to what your needs are. If you don't do a whole lot of travel, don't accept the credit cards that are going to give you 5% on travel purchases, right? Find ones that are going to give you cash back on gas purchases if you don't have an electric vehicle. Find ones that are going to give you cash back on groceries. Everybody buys groceries. Restaurants, retail stores that you're commonly shopping at, Target, Walmart, whatever other retail stores that you shop at, find ones that are going to be tailored for you. Now, there are also credit cards where the percentages of what you get cash back on may change. Like Chase Freedom sometimes changes every quarter what they give you cash back on. So make sure you keep up on what those changes are, and then readjust your shopping methods based on that. Once again, I want to thank you for your time today. I really hope this has been helpful. If you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up. Add any comments or questions you may have for clarification, or for any compliments, please add them in the comments section. Please check out the description of the video below. It includes different links to information, as well as links to my Discord group, links to my Twitter account. Also, help support the channel by contributing to my Venmo account, or signing up for Robinhood. It gives you a free share. It gives me a free share. It helps support the channel. Again, I really appreciate everybody's time and hope this has been extremely valuable. As always, have a great day. Thanks for stopping by.